Pep Guardiola's left turn, how Klopp's right-hand man is rewriting Manchester City's future. Welcome to Football Focus. Hope you're all having a great day. Before we kick off, if you love football, hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Let's dive in. Manchester City's transformation this summer has been dramatic, daring, and perhaps defining. Amidst the £150 million splurge on 5 new arrivals, the most impactful addition wasn't a striker, a center-back, or even a rising midfield prodigy. Instead, it was a man whose fingerprints are all over Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool, a coach known not for his playing days, but for his tactical mind and revolutionary approach to training. Pepijn Lijnders, the architect of Liverpool's training ground intensity, the man who stood just one step behind Klopp during Liverpool's return to glory, a voice that echoed in every Liverpool team talk, now whispering into Guardiola's ear at the Etihad Stadium. And this time, Pep's not just tweaking, he's transforming. This move hasn't received the attention it deserves, perhaps because the football world is still coming to terms with Lijnders' unexpected shift from red to sky blue. Or perhaps because the magnitude of what it represents, a fusion of two footballing ideologies that once opposed each other, is so profound it takes time to grasp. Make no mistake, Pep Guardiola isn't just adding experience to his backroom staff, he's rewriting his own tactical legacy. With Lijnders at his side, Guardiola is preparing to challenge the very principles he once stood for: positional dominance, slow build-up, and absolute control of space. And for the first time, he's fully embracing the chaos he once tried to eliminate. Guardiola and Klopp have always been framed as opposites: the calculated maestro versus the emotional conductor, positional play versus counter-pressing, structure versus spontaneity. But behind the headlines, their philosophies were never so far apart. Each influenced the other, shaped by a mutual respect and an understanding of the evolving demands of the Premier League. Guardiola tamed his approach after early struggles in England. Klopp added control to his firestorm of football. But now, the balance has tipped again, and Guardiola is leaning into the very chaos Klopp thrived on. The appointment of Lijnders isn't merely symbolic, it's a signal to the rest of the league. The man responsible for implementing Klopp's explosive pressing, his vertical attacking lines, and his micro-tactical sessions that turned ordinary players into stars, that man is now shaping the next chapter of City's dynasty. And the timing couldn't be more precise. The Premier League is changing. Guardiola knows it. In his own words, modern football is not positional. You have to ride the rhythm. That statement alone would have been heresy in the earlier chapters of Pep's managerial manual. But times have changed, and Pep, ever the innovator, is changing with them. The truth is, Guardiola's rigid dominance, once enough to smother opponents, has become predictable to the bold new breed of Premier League tacticians. Teams like Brighton, Newcastle, Bournemouth, and of course Liverpool have exposed the cracks in slow, meticulous build-up. They press high, transition fast, and force even the best to adapt or be overrun. City have felt this shift firsthand. Even their usual grip on possession hasn't always guaranteed control. And so Guardiola has reached across the ideological divide, not in surrender, but in evolution. With Lijnders' aggressive principles feeding into City's DNA, Guardiola is crafting a team that won't just dominate, they'll devastate. And that devastation will come in a new form. It's written in the summer signings, especially the arrival of Ait-Nouri. City's past 2 seasons saw a defense-first approach to fullbacks, midfielders and center-backs dropping into those roles, all in the name of control and security. But Nouri is the antithesis of that philosophy. He's electric, direct, one of Europe's most progressive fullbacks. Last season alone, he completed more dribbles than almost every other defender in the Premier League, made nearly 100 touches in the opposition box, and clocked up double-digit goal involvements. This isn't a system player. This is a chaos agent. Add in Jeremy Doku, already one of the league's most unpredictable wingers, and suddenly you have a left side capable of ripping defenses apart at speed. No more patient passing triangles, no more suffocating the opponent slowly. Instead, it's one-on-one duels, vertical bursts, overlapping runs, and quick combinations designed to kill, not contain. And then there's Omar Marmoush and Rayhan Cherki, both capable of occupying central attacking midfield roles, both oozing with flair and directness. Neither are classic Guardiola players, but with Lijnders in the background, helping to choreograph movements off the ball, there's a clear attempt to build a machine that strikes hard, fast, and without warning. But this isn't reckless. Guardiola does not do reckless. This is a controlled chaos, a blend of Klopp's energetic rebellion and Pep's tactical control. And Lijnders is the bridge between those worlds. His fingerprints are likely already appearing in training sessions, micro-structured rondos transitioning into vertical attacking patterns, counter-press triggers drilled to muscle memory, psychological intensity balanced with tactical fluidity. At Liverpool, Lijnders wasn't just an assistant, he was the mind behind the methods. Players praised his ability to make sessions feel like matches, to turn drills into battles, to inspire creativity without compromising shape. Now those sessions are City's blueprint. This isn't just evolution, it's a revolution from within. Of course, the questions remain. Can Guardiola cede control willingly? Will the new players adapt to this faster, more fluid system? And how will the squad handle a season of tactical experimentation while competing for every available trophy? There's also the emotional undercurrent to consider. For all the tactical brilliance, football is a game of moments, relationships, and motivations. Lijnders' energy, his emotion, his connection with players, those traits transformed Liverpool. Will they now do the same in Manchester? There's something poetic about it. The two titans of the Premier League era, once locked in battle, now merged in pursuit of perfection. Guardiola, the purist, embracing the chaos he once resisted. Lijnders, the fire starter, now helping to stoke a new kind of flame. And in the end, maybe that's what makes this story so remarkable. Because this isn't just about tactics, training drills, or transfers. It's about evolution. It's about Guardiola's ability to remain the best by never standing still. About recognizing when the game changes and having the courage to change with it. It's about looking at the Premier League landscape and seeing that positional play alone won't win tomorrow's titles. That unpredictability, speed, and aggression are no longer fringe weapons, they're fundamental. And that to stay ahead, City must become the hunters, not just the holders of the ball. With Lijnders at his side, Guardiola has given himself permission to rewrite his legacy again. To take everything he built, everything he believed, and rebuild it in a new image. That's what makes this City summer so thrilling. It's not just the signings, it's the statement. City aren't standing still, they're speeding up, and Pep Guardiola, the master of control, is finally learning to ride the rhythm. Thank you so much for watching our video. For all the latest football news and analysis, be sure to subscribe to the Football Focus YouTube channel and stay with us.